Hello guys, welcome to the live. Welcome to the video. This is a live and a video at the same time. The video will be sped up for this, and the live I'll just be chatting to my viewers, so let's go. Ooh, we have passengers boarding right now. Catering services done. Baggage, power supply and fuel supply and.
Heathrow ground speed burn 2534. I am done with fuel services.
Done with fuel services. Passengers are still boarding, so we're gonna keep the power supply up. And today, I don't have my liveries yet. So this will be a Speedbird. This will be Speedbird. Okay, this will be this is BA but with no livery right now. We're gonna be actual people around today, so we're gonna have real people and the AIs. So that actually looks like it could be a real person, but to be honest, I don't know. I don't fully know. Just let the passengers board. There's an AI over here. So to be honest, that really could be a real person. Yeah, I don't know if they're real or AI. That's an AI. AI, this probably is. That's definitely AI. Yeah, so far the people around me are AI. There are some real people around. We're going to Barrage. Jeez. Alright, I think we're ready for jetway disconnection. All passengers are boarded. Jetway disconnection.
Heathrow ground speed burn 2534. Could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Jetway. There we go. Disconnected. Doors shut. And now we are ready for pushback. Let's put flaps up slowly. Flaps full. Power supply end.
Heathrow ground speed burn 2534. I am done with power.
I like to watch this happen. Power supply done, boom. Power supply is done, then going away and push back.
Heathrow
Let's
ground
go.
speed burn 2534 requesting pushback. Speed burn 2534 pushback request accepted.
Pushback's to the left.
Heathrow ground speed burn 2534 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left. Speedbird 2534, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Boom. Perfect. Just Push back straight.
Heathrow ground speedbird 2534 requesting pushback tug to push the aircraft straight. Speedbird 2534, your request has been transmitted.
That actually might be. Oh, I'm turning right. He should start at any moment. I wonder when.
Heathrow ground
Oh,
speedbird
parking brake, of
2534
course.
requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the right. Speedbird 2534, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Ooh, my winglet. Fine. Gonna get pushbacks.
Heathrow ground speedbird
I mean, no.
2534 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left. Speedbird 2534, your request has been transmitted
Oh
to the
my
operator.
god. Pushback, stop.
Heathrow ground speedbird 2534 requesting the end of pushback. Speedbird 2534 request to end pushback received.
Perfect.
Heathrow ground speedbird 2534 ready to taxi west departure with India.
Yes.
Speedbird 2534 taxi to and hold short of runway 27 right using taxiway Lima 56 Alpha Lima 58 Alpha Echo Bravo Lima
Okay.
21 Alpha Alpha Tree Alpha 2 cross runway 27 right Alpha 1. Contact tower on 118.705 when ready. Taxiing hold short runway 27 right using taxiway Lima 56 Alpha Lima 58 Alpha Echo Bravo Lima 21 Alpha Alpha Tree Alpha 2 cross runway 27 right Alpha 1
Here we go, we're
speedbird
taxiing.
2534.
This would be a 1 hour, 33 minute
Air
flight.
Canada 861 Heavy requesting pushback. Air Canada 861 Heavy pushback request accepted.
This is the third full sim flight I've ever done. We can go up 30 knots, so. Oh, there we go, we're going on a turn. Heathrow ground, Air Canada 861 Heavy. Oh, look, an Air Canada Heavy is going for pushback. Could be a real person. I actually don't know.
Heathrow ground Air Canada 861 Heavy requesting the end of pushback. Air Canada 861 Heavy request to end pushback received. Heathrow ground Air Canada 861 Heavy with India ready to taxi IFR. Air Canada 861 Heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 27 left via taxiway Lima Bravo Lima 2
Oh yeah, because the fog it might be
November 1 Bravo.
too
Contact tower
fast.
on 124.48 when ready.
What?
Taxiing hold short runway 27 left via taxiway Lima Bravo Lima 28 November 1 Bravo Air Canada 861 Heavy.
Slow it down. We are turning right. Okay. It's a long taxi. That plane's taken off. Oh my gosh. I can't tell if that's a real person from that terrible takeoff. Oh, that's real. That's a real person. That's definitely real. Maybe, I can't tell the way it's flying up. Looks kind of AI. There's an invisible AI person over there. Or it's just a truck. Oh damn, what a runway. Yeah, turning left? Nope, we're still going straight. Jeez.
Heathrow ground, Virgin 117 Heavy requesting pushback. Virgin 117 Heavy pushback request accepted.
Still going. No. Please turn left. Oh my god. I think we're going all the way to the end of this runway. But people in this plane are having the best plane spotting pictures ever. Surprised we haven't gotten anyone yet. Oh, bit of a tight turn. Put those brakes on. Careful here. I'm taking these turns very tight. Runway 27 right. Here we are.
Heathrow Tower speedbird 2534 at runway 27 right, ready for departure to the west.
Speedbird 253,
Perfect.
4-wind 229er at 12. Departure to the west approved.
Speedbird 2534, 299 at 12.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right, speedbird 253.
2524, let's go. I hope there's no plane coming in. I'm not going to be turning the way that it's telling me to because it's not actually that way. Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right. Go! Hi Gus there! Hello!
Heathrow Tower Speedbird 2534, continue for west departure.
Just gonna continue a little bit for west departure, and then we'll come turn left. Keep
Speedbird
a little
253,
bit
for leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Heathrow Tower Speedbird 2534, frequency change. Nordholt approach Speedbird 2534 is type Airbus A20 and 2 miles west of Heathrow 2,300 feet. Request flight following.
Speedbird 2534 Nordholt approach. Squawk 7731.
Squawk 7731 Speedbird 2534.
Speedbird 2534 radar contact 3 miles west of Heathrow 3,700
flaps
feet.
up.
Altimeter 30.06.
Roger Speedbird 2534.
No. Oh, it's not good. The engines need to. We have a foggy day, that's for sure. Just go. Yes, we can finally see the. This is live weather, Gusty.
Speedbird 2534 contact London Center on 118.475. Good day.
Yeah, that's why we have air traffic control.
118.475 Speedbird 2534. Goodbye. London Center Speedbird 2534, 8,000 feet.
Speedbird 253, for London Center altimeter 30.06 radar contact.
Oh my gosh, we just got into another patch of fog. There was a break, and then it just. There was a break, and then it just went straight back in. And we're free again, and then we have one more patch of fog. I think we have to get to before we can go over.
Speedbird 571 heavy, you are 12 miles southeast of Heathrow.
We're gonna go.
Contact Heathrow Tower on 124.48.
I think we can choose right now how many feet we go up to. No, that Nersonville. We're at Toga, and I'm still
Speedbird
losing space.
877 heavy traffic is 1 o'clock 4 miles at 5,700 feet Airbus A20M. Report them in sight. Eurowings 7462 heavy, keep speed not
There
above
we go.
180 knots.
That's nice.
Speedbird 683 heavy traffic is 2 o'clock 3
Traffic.
miles at 5,900
That's
feet
not
Airbus.
me.
Keep speed not above 180 knots. Eurowings
That's an Eurowings,
7462
okay.
heavy.
That's an Airbus A20M, so that's not me. I'm Speedbird in this.
Speedbird 877 heavy traffic in sight.
Gusty bro, school is over. I can finally do long flights.
Tower on 124.48 Speedbird 571 heavy. Speedbird 877 heavy, you are 10 miles east of Heathrow. Contact Heathrow Tower on 118.705 when inbound.
Alright, I'm gonna go altitude of 25,000, you know, and then
Tower on 118.705.
Then I'll basically be at cruising altitude, and then we can, you know, watch the view and chill and chill more. My school is opening after. Oh, we have I think we have different holidays. Are you playing PTFS or anything? What are you doing now?
312 tree heavy climb and maintain flight level 220. Climb and maintain flight level 180 speed bird 73 tree heavy.
Almost at where I
Climb and
need to
maintain
be.
flight level 220 easy 812 tree heavy.
Oh,
Speed bird 73 tree
nice.
heavy. You are 28 miles southeast.
War Thunder.
Climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Expect ILS runway
Nice, bro.
27 left approach via
I
Bravo,
played War
India
Thunder
Golf
a little, but
Cleared to Bravo, India Golf.
just like I'm not the best at it.
And maintain 3,000 feet.
I always like to.
London Center Speedbird 2534. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Speedbird 253 for London Center. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace Speedbird 2534.
Almost there. Getting more fucking messages. And now, time for autopilot. So let's get in the cockpit. I can right now turn this off. $25,000.
Aegean 602 heavy descend and maintain 2,500 feet.
Oh, bit of a turn.
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Aegean
This is
602
showcase, by the way.
heavy.
I don't know what the difference is between showcase and external. It's a little different. Now my autopilot does the work. Oh, showcase is like there's no instruments and stuff. Let's go back into external. Just so I can see my instruments, keep up my speed. I'm about to go over water, and I really wish those clouds weren't there, because like those clouds are blocking my amazing view. Oh, it's cold. I need to jump. How you doing in that game of War Thunder?
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Are you in a tank? Are you in a?
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Are you in a tank? A
Overspeed.
plane?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Easy 812 tree heavy climb and maintain flight level 330.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Yo, when do you do these flights?
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Well, I'm always sitting down.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Sometimes.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Sometimes I just talk to my chat, maybe play PTFS, you know? I'll play some other games
Overspeed.
whilst this one's running in the background.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Yeah, you know, like the live will always show this.
Overspeed.
Then I also have some
Overspeed.
PTFS and stuff.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
If you want, we can play some PTFS. Sometimes I literally just wait and look at the view because it's just so beautiful.
Overspeed.
Oh, just give me a second.
Overspeed.
gosh, this overspeed alarm is annoying me.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
I'm not even overspeed.
Overspeed.
This is literally perfect. This is the speed I need to be at.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Let me open Roblox then. The live will stay on this.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
So the live will stay on this, but you know we can play.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Speedbird 253 for traffic.
Oh god, I'll be hearing everything at
Flight
once.
level
Let me see if I can.
Report them in sight.
The audio is playing.
Overspeed.
Speedbird
Is there a way I
2534
can-
have the traffic.
It won't be too loud, right?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
I'm at Greater Rockford, okay?
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Well, these are a lot of codes.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Whew.
Overspeed.
Oh, I did a LaGuardia short of the LaGuardia crash
Overspeed.
in PTFS. Have you seen it? It's actually kind of nice, you know.
Overspeed.
Should we go in the Antonov? Again, that was really fun.
Overspeed.
And
Speedbird
transport.
253 for contact press
I don't know.
120.15. Good day.
Overspeed.
Going to 120.15, Speedbird 2534.
Overspeed.
Breast Center Speedbird 2534, flight level 255.
Speedbird 2534, breast center radar contact, continue.
Overspeed.
Wait, are you in the chat? Oh no.
Overspeed.
I'm in Greater Rockford at the cargo area. Okay, I'll set up the plane.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Into the
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
There's a Greater Rockford
Overspeed.
cargo.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
There you are.
Overspeed.
I'm gonna put the Antonov. I'm gonna spawn in the Antonov.
Overspeed.
Let's go to the shuttle carrier.
Overspeed.
Just gonna pilot, engine on, and open this up.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
You've seen all my videos and shorts. Thank you. I've also scrolled through all your shorts, watch your turboprop videos. Oh, really nice, bro. You should keep posting because
Overspeed.
you have such a good channel, bro.
Overspeed.
I'm always looking to see if you
Overspeed.
if you posted. Yo,
Overspeed.
I might need help getting this fire truck in. You can be a passenger.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
If we want, we can fly a plane together. That'd be fun, though.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Say, what should I say?
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Hooray! What do you mean?
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Hooray! Is that what you want me to say?
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
I can't tell if you're trying to tell me to say it or.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Sorry about the overspeed alarm, man. It's like
Overspeed.
I'm not overspeed. It's just the flipping. I have a good airspeed.
Overspeed.
I know my stream is delayed.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
The stream is extreme. I mean, the stream is extremely delayed. Oh, I can't friggin' get this in.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Give me a second, Gusta.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Oh my gosh, this is the most difficult thing I've ever flipping done.
Overspeed.
Yes!
Overspeed.
No!
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Come on!
Overspeed.
We're in.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Closing the nose.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Just need to check on the sim to see. I'm still very far away.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
I don't know how long I've been live for. Oh, can you not get in?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Yo, wait, I think.
Overspeed.
Yo, is there like an admin or something?
Overspeed.
Oh, no.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Do you want to just ride on the wing?
Overspeed.
Flipping hell.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Push back.
Overspeed.
Why is the nose opening?
Overspeed.
What the flip?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
What is happening?
Overspeed.
Bro, that's so annoying.
Overspeed.
Ah, stop opening.
Overspeed.
Oh, the overspeed alarm is
Overspeed.
overspeed. Overspeed.
Overspeed.
Overspeed.
Overspeed.
Overspeed.
Overspeed.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed. Oh, you lost your old Discord account. Oh. Do you have a new one?
15 Heavy is passing flight level tree 75, climbing flight level tree 80. Ryanair 8215 Heavy breast center radar contact. Continue to Banda.
Alright. That nose took 10 years to fucking open there. How'd you lose it? Oh, okay. Give me a second. Just seeing. Okay, Evo Wizard as well. His nose is taking 10 flipping years. Is the nose closed? Oh my gosh, wow, this thing takes like 2 trillion years. Finally, jeez. We could have probably been in Perth by then. Almost done with the pushbacking.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Speedbird 253.
Alright, where should we go? Should we go Perth? Should we go,
Good day.
Going to 124.8 Speedbird 2534. Breast center Speedbird 2534, flight level 255.
Speedbird 2534.
where'd you get a parachute
Radar
from?
contact. Continue.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
That guy's getting pushed forward.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Oh no!
Overspeed.
Don't fall off.
Overspeed.
Yes, you're in, you're in, you're in.
Overspeed.
Oh, no, you're on top of the plane.
Overspeed.
Ready? Oh no.
Overspeed.
I'm just gonna take off. I think this runway may be a little too short.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Oh,
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
you don't need your parachute. I'm joking.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Oh yeah. Oh
Overspeed.
shoot.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Completely forgot about the gear.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Failures.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Oh hell no. The speed is going down quickly.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Oh no.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
This is not good.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
don't have a parachute. I have a parachute. I have a parachute. Oh, you okay down there? Oh my gosh, where are you? Where is USS Gerald?
Descending 5,000 feet. Easy 1605 heavy, press center altimeter 30 decimal 21 radar contact. Continue to taxi.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Yes.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Oh shoot, I went right to Rockford.
Overspeed.
My bad.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
We've been streaming for 45 minutes, so the flight's been 45 minutes right now.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Where is it?
Overspeed.
Is it?
Overspeed.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Just give me a second.
Overspeed.
Oh my gosh.
Overspeed.
Oh my.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Where is it?
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
I honestly cannot find it right now. Where is USS Gerald?
Overspeed.
No.
Speedbird 253 or contact press center.
Oh my god, I've been to like all of them.
Good day.
Hold on.
123.75
Oh,
Speedbird
wait.
2534.
Hit.
Goodbye. Press
Scopulos.
center
Oh my
Speedbird
gosh.
2534 flight level 255.
Speedbird 255.
Where is it?
Center radar contact continue.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
What country?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Wait, hold on.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Oh my gosh, where is this thing? bro?
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Did you say USS?
Overspeed.
That's the carrier.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Nothing
Overspeed.
here.
Overspeed.
USS.
Overspeed.
USS. There's nothing here.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
I'm so confused.
Overspeed.
I'm gonna go Greater Rockford and then.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Where are you?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Wait, USS Oh,
Overspeed.
USS Carrier.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
USS Carrier.
Overspeed.
Oh, that of course that is USS Gerald.
Overspeed.
Yo, is this a two-seater?
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Oh.
Overspeed.
Alright, I'll go at the back, yeah. Wait.
Overspeed.
Oh yeah. No, what? Why are we going here? No. Did did you get up there?
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Nah, you did that in return for me, right?
Overspeed.
Hold on, I'm gonna respawn.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
I'm going back, I'm going there, okay?
Overspeed.
USS carrier.
Overspeed.
Let's go.
Overspeed.
Don't kill me, okay?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Don't kill me, okay?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Let's go.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Alright, the sweeped wings.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Ah,
Overspeed.
nice flying.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
We are halfway to our destination on Microsoft Flight Sim.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
We've had 3 people watching for a while.
Overspeed.
Oh, what?
Overspeed.
Hey!
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Hey, what happened?
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Oh!
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Okay.
Overspeed.
Okay, I'll try.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
I'll go first, okay?
Overspeed. Overspeed.
P-51 Mustang, this will be cool.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Alright, let me turn this plane around,
Overspeed.
slow it down a little.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
on, you can do this.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be butter.
Overspeed.
Oh my gosh.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Wow.
Overspeed.
Wow, that was impressive.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
If you die, I'm sorry.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Don't die.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
No! Oh my god, I caught you. I caught you.
Overspeed.
Jeez.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Did you not realize the whole time?
Overspeed.
Oh my gosh, don't die.
Overspeed.
Don't die, bro.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Watch me butter this.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
I see.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
What? What?
Overspeed.
What?
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Wait,
Overspeed.
let me use the flare.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
I think it
Overspeed.
was.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Go back to the USS Carrier, okay.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
What is this?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Oh, Greater Rockford.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Oh, thank you.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
How long have you been streaming for?
Overspeed. Overspeed.
We've been streaming for 51 minutes. So
Overspeed. Overspeed.
it's not been like.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Yeah, this is normal time.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Beeper 2534, contact Madrid Center on 118.275. Good day.
Overspeed.
118.275, speed bird 2534.
1000.
Goodbye. Madrid Center, speed bird 2534, flight level 255.
Overspeed.
Beeper 2534, Madrid Center radar contact. Continue.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
I am eating, Gusta. I am.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Guys, could you hear me the whole time?
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Hell no. I wasn't expecting that.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
We are flying.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Give me a second.
Overspeed.
Bro.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Of course, Gusta, so I just came back to my PC.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
It would take me a while. I could probably do it today, later, you know.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
I don't know how long it is.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
How did you get that?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
What notification?
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Oh, it's
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
oh, we are approaching our destination.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
All right.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Autopilot off.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Engine
Overspeed.
slowing down
Overspeed.
now.
Overspeed.
Flaps full.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Probably a little bit more speed than
Overspeed.
that.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
The engines will randomly just spool up so quickly.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Right, pitch the nose down that tiny bit. This is Spain. We are in Spain now. I am using my Microsoft Flight Sim setup, yes. Yeah. I'll figure out how to do that. Let me pull up my ATC because now I will need it. No, not camera. Oh my gosh. ATC. Pull it up. Jeez, there's been a lot of stuff. Rigid control, heavy contact, bid low. Easy 1361 heavy. That's probably a person because no EasyJet is actually a heavy. Descent and maintain. That's not me. The airport is in sight. We're just going down, and of course we need to get into the flight path and then hopefully butter the landing. If a go around is needed, a go around is needed. can already see the airport fully now. Spain is really nice. I've been there before. I went to Barcelona, not Madrid. But as you can see that, it's like no green. Oh, there is on the right side. There's not a lot, you know. Speedbird 2534, Madrid Center, radar contact continue. They already have ILS runway. I think an EasyJet has landed on ILS runway. If I don't bot, I'm going to go around, okay? Gear out. Perfecto. No, I do not. I should be told where to go in a second. But right now I do not know what runway I headed for, so I'm gonna get low approach and then be told what to do at some point. I have no clue what I'm supposed to do, so we're gonna circle and get into the flight pattern. I'm just gonna let the pilot quickly take control of the plane. Oh no, it's sitting up. I want my flaps.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
I think I'm supposed to wait for this plane to land and get place. Expect ILS runway probably. Descend a little lower and then I'll land. Slow this plane down.
2,500.
I feel like the ATC's gone quiet. I see what's happening. I'm second in the flight pattern, so I need that plane to land, and then I'll be ready to land at runway 30. There we go. Finally. Jeez, I forgot I had to do that.
Barajas Tower Speedbird 2534 is 1 mile south 3,700 feet with Sierra to land.
Speedbird 2534 Barajas Tower. Altimeter 29.97 wind 060 at Niner. Make left traffic runway 32 left.
Runway 32
heavy
left.
wind 060 at Niner. Clear to land runway 32 left.
Fly left traffic runway 32 left Speedbird 2534.
Clear to land runway 32 left Velotia 2464 heavy. Barajas Airport information Sierra 1600 Zulu. Wind 060 at Niner. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 18. Dew point, 10. Altimeter 29.97. ILS Whiskey runway tree 2 left and ILS Whiskey runway
We're gonna
tree
get
2
into the
right.
fly pattern.
Landing and departing runway tree 2 left and runway tree 2 right. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Sierra.
Alright, time to focus up.
Speedbird 2534, follow the Airbus A20N on short final. Wind 060 at Niner. Clear to land runway
Okay, I
Clear
can
to
land
land
at
runway
runway
tree
32
2 left,
left.
Speedbird 2534.
God, I can't see because it's ATC, bro. Install.
Volotea 2464 Heavy, turn next taxiway. Speedbird 2534, go around.
Wow. They're telling me I have to go around,
Going
bro.
around Speedbird 2534.
Speedbird 2534, follow the Airbus A20N on the runway.
Oh my gosh, they just told me to go around and now they're telling me this.
Clear to land runway 32 left.
They literally just told me to go
Volotea
around.
2464 Heavy, contact ground on 121.63.
Whoa.
Clear to land runway tree 2 left, Speedbird 2534.
Going to 121.63, Volotea 2464 Heavy.
Gear out. I swear, if they tell me to go around, bro.
1,000.
This is called ultimate stress. Cannot lose control of the airplane.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100.
Is this a go around?
50. 30. 20.
Go around, go around. Oh my gosh, it's so confusing. Oh, I feel so bad for the passengers. What's happening to the ATC?
Going around Speedbird 2534.
Speedbird 2534, roger, go around.
Thank you. I know, right, Gusty? No! Get up. Keep the airline on a steady pace.
Overspeed. 1,000. Overspeed.
Speedbird 2534, wind 060 at Niner.
500.
Clear to land runway tree 2 left.
Clear to land runway tree 2 left, Speedbird 2534.
Okay, these are now rage baiting me.
Barajas Tower Speedbird 2534 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Speedbird 2534 airport is 3 o'clock 3 miles.
So it's
Barajas Tower Ryanair 89er 1 heavy 7 miles southeast.
since when did Ryanair become a heavy, bro?
Ryanair 89er 1 heavy Barajas Tower.
I think this because the airport is so busy. It's such a hard flight pattern.
Cleared localizer runway 32 left approach.
Because I have real people here, so I have like, real people doing the ATC and stuff. So, okay, this will be difficult, but it's time to butter. Okay,
Wind 060 at Niner. Clear to land runway 32 left. Clear to land runway 32 left Ryanair 89er 1
slow
heavy.
down. Speed up. Okay. Runway 32 left. What is this pattern, bro? Look what it's telling me to do. I just want to land. What type of flight pattern is this supposed to be?
500.
Okay, I'm landing. I need one more go around. Man, I hate these go arounds, bro. Okay, just don't follow the flight pattern and just land. That's all I need to do. Oh, honestly, the ATC is way too tired, bro.
Clear to land runway
The
32 left
ATC is
Speedbird
stupid
2534.
right now. The ATC is just... The ATC is gonna make me get collisioned, bro. By the way, Gusty Gamer, it's really cool because I'm making a YouTube video on this flight. Alright, let's see where the runway is. Okay.
Localizer runway 32 left approach Lufthansa 1804 heavy. Lufthansa 1804 heavy. Barajas Airport information Sierra 160. Clear to land runway 32 left number 2 Lufthansa 1804 heavy.
Where is the runway? It's there. I think my OBS gave up.
Ryanair 89er 1 heavy exit runway when able.
Gear down. Let's get a little bit of a turn. We have a long runway, so...
Ryanair 89er 1 heavy contact ground on 123.155.
Here we go.
123.155 Ryanair 89er 1 heavy.
1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 60, 50,
32 left.
40, 20, 5.
Oh, that was not butter, but
104 heavy go around.
what the flip?
Going around Lufthansa 1804
That
heavy.
plane was random. Sorry, Gusty, that I couldn't butter that. I just needed to land and I don't have that much runway left.
Good day. Speedbird 2534 exit
Oh,
runway
now you give me my flipping.
136.105 Lufthansa 1804 heavy.
As soon as I landed, it gave me my flipping. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Probably a glitch.
Speedbird 2534 contact ground on 121.908.
Going to 121.908 Speedbird 2534.
Yeah, the plane phased through. There's no like collision. Well, there is obviously a collision with the ground and collision with items, but not really planes. Since it's such a real simulator, I don't think it's. I mean, multiplayer without VAT sim is kind of messy sometimes, but. For a long time, we made it onto the ground. God damn, that flight was long. I enjoyed that though. Considering I started at 2, now it's 4, I kind of think we have a weird place. Why do we have to turn onto the apron like this, bro? This is a weird. Parking brakes on, flaps up, speed brakes up. Oh, I didn't even request taxi clearance. Bruh. Jetway connection?
Barajas
I don't
ground
even know
Speedbird
if it will reach.
2534. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Speedbird 253
Please
for the
reach.
jetway is going to be connected.
Please.
Barajas
What happened to
ground
the
Speedbird
pushback cart?
2534. Could you please send the baggage?
Oh, it's not gonna reach,
Speedbird
is it?
253
Ah!
baggage is on the way.
Oh, I did. Oh no, I didn't. Disconnect. disconnect the
Ground
jetway.
Speedbird 2534, could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
There's a problem with this baggage. I need to end the baggage service
Ground
quickly.
Speedbird 2534, I am done with the baggage service.
And I'm not going to be able to use that, so people will just have to walk out.
Barajas Ground Speedbird
Power
2534,
supply.
could you please send a ground power unit?
Speedbird 253 for a ground power unit is on the road.
I have no clue what's happening to that pushback car.
Barajas Ground Speedbird 2534, could you please send the baggage?
Speedbird 2534 baggage is on the way.
Barajas Ground Speedbird 2534, could you please send the catering truck?
Speedbird 253 for the catering truck is on the road.
Barajas Ground
Fuel
Speedbird
supply.
2534, could you please send a fuel truck?
Speedbird 253 for a fuel truck is on the road.
Well, that's our flight. We're gonna have the passengers deboard from the windows when everything is set up. Just need to get the baggage out, and that's about it for my live. We've been living for 2 hours. Well, thank you all for watching. I'll be posting a video. It's Gusty Gamer. I need your what's it called? New Discord. Or in fact, Gusty, just join me on Roblox when I'm on. It'll be a bit easier. Remember to join me on Roblox, yeah? Thank you for watching, and see you later.